or tomb is a place where the physical remains of a deceased persons are interred. In the book of Job, chapter 30, verse 23, a grave is described as the place of appointed for all living. In chapter 3, verses 14 to 19 of Job, it is described as a place with no class distinctions. The author of the book of Ecclesiastes in chapter 3, verses 19 and 20 says, "It is where all go, even animals." Burial places attributed to biblical personalities according to various religious and local traditions are many. To name a few: Rachel's tomb, Cave of the Patriarchs, King David's tomb, Joseph's tomb, Ezra's tomb, Esther's tomb, and many more. Hundreds of rock-cut tombs were constructed in Israel in ancient times, and these tombs appear like caves. Each tomb typically belonged to a single and wealthy family. If the wealthy were buried in the rock tombs, the common people were buried in the ground. The Gospel of Matthew in chapter 27, verse 60 mentions the newly rock-cut tomb of Joseph of Arimathea, an honored member of the Sanhedrin who provided his personal burial place to bury Jesus. Jesus was crucified and was dead. They knew he was dead. They said he would not rise again, and yet kept armed soldiers to guard his tomb and kept their eyes on and watched the tomb. Chief priests and Pharisees, with the order of Pilate, made the grave secure. They sealed the tomb and guarded it. Matthew chapter 27, verses 62 to 66. But on the third day, the Easter morning, some women found the tomb of Jesus was empty. Within the gospel traditions, the tomb appears as a surprise and a mystery to those who discovered it. One of the most fully substantiated facts surrounding Jesus' resurrection is the empty tomb. Though the empty tomb narrative is not ultimately essential to the Christian faith in the resurrection, a consideration of the empty tomb certainly provides theological insights in the resurrection and Christian life. It would have been impossible for the disciples to proclaim the resurrection in Jerusalem had the tomb not been empty. But if the body of Jesus had been available, both the political and religious authorities who had colluded in Jesus' execution and who had a high stake in nipping the Christian movement in the bud could easily have done so by producing Jesus' corpse, or at least his remains. We have no record that the authorities ever credibly disputed the disciples' claim that the tomb was empty. They could not, because the tomb, no matter how that happened or later explained, was indeed empty. A tomb or a grave symbolizes hopelessness. It is a place of no return. It is a dark place. But with the resurrection of Jesus, a grave has become a symbol of hope and a symbol of new life. The risen one is not confined by the walls of the tomb. The birth of Jesus was announced by an angel, and the good news of resurrection was announced by an angel who said to women who came looking for Jesus, "He is not here, for he has risen," as he said, "Come, see the place where he lay." Matthew chapter 28, verse 6. Jesus has risen, bringing new life to all.